Welcome, one and all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is C.Truth, producer, host of Thermal Soundwaves and Indie Review. Today, we're doing something special. We are covering the Conchal International Film Festival happening live in Queens this year, Forest Hills. Come on out and join us. For more information, go to conchaliff.com. For those who don't know, Conchal International Film Festival celebrates the creative voices of the indie and student film directors and writers of the Caribbean diaspora and the Caribbean voices who inspire social change and just inspire in general. Just like this gentleman right here joining me, goes by the name of Kenderson Noray, who's going to be part of the festival this year. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So, for those who are unfamiliar, is that the dog in the background there?
That's fine.
Okay. If we could just keep him calm a bit, that's not going to be a very good look for our conversation if we have that going on. But in any event, what part of the world do you represent, Kenderson?
I represent Trinidad and Tobago.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And your entry into the entertainment world, was that something you were always big on, something you always wanted to do, that was your dream, or did you discover that along the way in the roads of life?
Well, first off, I am a visual artist.
Oh, okay.
Um, I've been a visual artist for like 25 years,
All right.
and film is something I didn't know that I can do in terms of avenues to show my work, because basically, like early 2010s, it was virtually impossible for me to actually produce a film. In terms of like equipment is very expensive. This is very it's a long way to like do certain things, and with the invention of um, digital cameras and things getting more affordable and the world getting virtually smaller where you could connect with certain people, I took the opportunity to um, produce to follow my dreams as a writer director. I always loved film, but I just didn't know how to go about pursuing that. Instead of like going back to film school, and I just finished art school, I was not gonna like do 5 years of film school. So
Right.
I took the long way, and I followed some seminars and read books and did all the things that I could do without going to film school, and wrote a bunch of films, and allowed my art to help me produce my work. So I would sell art and buy equipment, and some of my friends would help me do certain things, and it started off like that.
All right. I guess your dog wants to get into films as well. I see.
Actually, he is in my he is in my
So the name of your film that's going to be in the festival this year is called the theory of
no, it's James.
excuse me, James. James. So tell us about James and what James is about.
James. So we just talk about James. I will talk about the main actor, who is a dancer choreographer friend of mine, and I promised him that I would do something with him. And at that time, I just came off of doing a documentary, and I was all documentary out. So I wrote something, didn't know he could act, and didn't know it was. When I write, I get really in depth and in detail in character, and I was sweating because like I don't know if this guy could do this. He impressed me with the auditions and everything, but is basically my life and his life combined together. So basically, a recluse somebody who felt like he is an alien to society because of the things that he likes, and he's bullied into like it's basically beaten out of him, and he has to find a way to like come out of his shell through dance, through his love of dance. He has to find a way to like mesh those two, and how do I get dance to bring me out of my shell and so the world see who I really am. So that's not James.
So
Sure.
was it Right, gotcha. So was it difficult actually having to address those things and go to those places in order to put it on the film? Because a subject like that could be a little bit, challenging to do, not necessarily for you, the
Mhm.
filmmaker, but for the person themselves who have to relive that.
It was because certain things in the film, we had a lot of talks before we actually filmed. Talks about the character and what the character would be, and if I'm taking parts of my life and I'm putting it into this character, I'm taking parts of his life. He he was willing to go to that place. He That was the most impressive thing with me because most actors, but some actors, they would be in their own head too much and they wouldn't want to like go to that dark place. And I know I know his personality. He's very opposite to the character, but he's a very brave person in terms of like if I have to go to this dark place to like get to what we want, he would go and he went like 110 into that character. So it was a very easy experience in terms of like getting him to that level. And for him
Mhm.
to, I don't know if I can say for him, but for me to see him transform into that different version of that person, it was within all the talks we had, it was an easy process for me. But for him, I think he can when he's up there, he would speak different to like what he actually went through to like do those because I have certain spoilers in the film I can't say right now, but he had to like relive some of those things,
Mhm.
and through those experiences he made the emotion come out and made it a better film overall.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, your background in visual arts and such, how did
Mhm.
that help you make this film, James?
Well, my background in visual arts is in terms of James, I have my background in visual arts overall. When you're painting and for exhibitions, you basically do everything yourself before it goes off to the galleries. So in filmmaking, it's a different thing. You have a lot of people trying to like articulate what you have in your head to like how we're gonna do this thing. I'm usually by myself painting, and I have to talk to other people to say, okay, this is what I want, and I cannot be like everywhere at the same time. So I have to assign this person, that person, and talk to the guy, the main actor. So it wasn't easy. It was a challenge for me coming from art, basically doing all the artwork myself and have to like it's I consider film art too, but in the same aspect, the process of doing film is totally different. You have to like I'm still adjusting to like getting to speak to people to like articulate what I want even though it's like storyboards, even you have to go beyond storyboards and you have to like break down characters to people and then leave them and have to like trust them to like do their work because they are professionals and they know what they have to do. And
Mhm.
I still have to like let that go, let that thing go, but always trying to not micromanage everything
Right.
and that. So I am adjusting to that. So I took like, and I have to go back and forth because I am a working artist and a filmmaker. This year. So I do right now. I'm doing like 4 films, and then I have 2 exhibitions. I'm doing.
Wait, hold on. How in the world are you doing 4 films right now? Like at this moment, how are you doing 4 films? Explain
I
that to me.
I have.
How?
I don't know. I don't sleep. So what I do is so these paintings behind me. I have in the studio. I have a lot of paintings for a show later down this year and then next year, and then I have yeah 4 films that we are I'm doing one at a time. So I just finished one, I just screening for it. And then I'm gonna do a next one next week. It's a short film, so it's like 20 minutes or something. And everything is leading up to like a feature film I wanna do. And what I need to show, I need to have like a wide range of films because all these things that I like drama, I like horror, I like action, I want to mesh all those things in different films. So I want to show I can do this part of filmmaking. I want to do this drama. I want to do this horror, and I want to do it to the best way I know how. And yeah, it all leads up to like a bigger vision. So the bigger vision is the feature film. Um, So hopefully, if I don't drop down by next year.
Well, cool. Listen, much respect to you for even attempting to do all of that, man. That's because I know just one film alone, with the amount of ingredients that you need to make a film and the amount of
Yeah.
people that's needed to make a film, to be doing all of those at the same time is just amazing.
I think it comes down to, because I have a lot of paintings and I work a lot with my paintings, right? And for me, when I do say a short film and I write about it, I have like 10 scripts. I get to write feature films and I write after I paint. So it's like I treat it as when I'm painting. So after I've done paint, I just come in the studio and write and then prep for other films, and then maybe I'll take like 2 months off and go away somewhere.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, so it's not that tough when you're already in it. I already feel it
Right.
until it's everything is done, and then you train for like 2 months, 3 months, and
Yes.
recover.
Right. C.Truth here, host of Thermal Soundwaves and Indie Review. We are talking to Kenderson Noray, who's going to be in the Conchal International Film Festival this year, happening live in the flesh in Forest Hills, Queens, in New York. So if you see him out there, you can ask him, hey, I want to multitask and learn how to do all the things that you do at one time, just so I can navigate life the same way. Where do you draw your inspirations from?
For film, it's things that, well, basically things around me. So James was, I'm a recluse at heart, and certain things pop up. So I have certain ideas that pop up, and like James was an idea that popped up in like 7 years ago. It was just like a spark of idea, like this weird guy that couldn't find himself, and that's all I had. And then when I told the guy about it, and I guess pulled little things from myself, pull little things from him, and I didn't want it to be all about me. So I had to like pick little pieces, just little pieces that nobody would know, pick little pieces from him that nobody would know, and just mesh those two things together. And once I kept that up, it was basically easy to like come up with a concept. So I had like so James was like, what if 8 Mile met You Got Served or something?
Right.
So I had that little. So when I'm coming up with ideas, I always pick some films that I know and I mesh two different genres together. What if this meets that? How cool would that be? And then
Gotcha.
you would like fine tune that after some months. So that's how I basically come up with like certain concepts from films.
Gotcha. A little different topic, really quickly. Why is it you think that when people think of Trinidad, like Tobago is a lot of times left out?
Yeah.
It's just Trinidad, but you don't hear and Tobago is just Trinidad most of the time. Why is that, or why do you think that is?
I don't know. I never. I think we do it too. I do it too. When I say Trinidad,
are they not part of?
We are part. We are part. We are. There is Trinidad and Tobago, but Tobago is very different to Trinidad. I think
How so?
In terms of like tourism and everything, because it's more like it's a smaller island, and its base is it's tourism. So you find they are very relaxed. It's more, if I think of Tobago, I think more of a Caribbean. What people would think that it's a Caribbean island. You have fishing, and you have clear waters, and you have nice skies and nice weather. Trinidad is like that, but we are more business oriented, I think, in terms of there's a lot more manufacturing businesses and these kind of things. So we in Trinidad and the Caribbean, we more think of Trinidad as like the New York, and then Tobago is like our vacation. But then other people from the world come to Trinidad for their vacation.
Right.
It's a big
Yeah. I've always wondered that. I was like, it's Trinidad and Tobago, but people don't say Tobago. Like, why are they leaving out the Tobagans? It's like, I don't understand.
No, they have a lot of I think Tobago, and especially where I am from in Trinidad, it's a village called Paramin. we have a lot of similarities to Tobago because we keep a lot of traditional cultures alive. So the most parts of Trinidad they think they get more advanced and they forget about certain things they used to do in the past or certain cultural differences. Tobago has that. Where I am from, we have that. The rest of Trinidad is slowly but surely. I don't think we still have to get an identity, I think, because we pull in from States, we pull in from Europe, and if you ask a Trinidadian from who is not in like the countryside, in the city, they would be more like New York. They would be more like LA.
Gotcha.
And Tobago doesn't have that. Tobago is authentically Tobago. They keep their culture.
Gotcha. Yeah. I would love to see a story or maybe a film on that particular aspect, like what Tobago is really like, that, because people don't really, but that's a whole nother topic.
They don't. I think they are very. Tobago is very proud of their heritage, and is only how do they package that to a wider audience.
Yeah.
And how do they make that whatever they package on an international standard and scale.
Absolutely, yes indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, come out to the Conchel International Film Festival happening this year in Forest Hills, Queens. For more information is right there below the screen, ConcheliFF.com. That's where you go. I want to thank you very much for joining us, Kenderson, and sharing your stories with us. And tell everybody your social media and where they can reach you.
Thanks, man. Where you can reach me at Kenderson Noray on Instagram or Black Cape Films on Instagram. Kenderson Noray artist on Facebook and Black Cape Films on Facebook. Kenderson Noray on YouTube.
Beautiful. Thank you once again, sir, and I'm looking forward to seeing you out at the festival.
Thanks, man.
All right. Yes, indeed. Enjoy your day. Yes. Well, folks, once again, come on out to the Conchel International Film Festival happening Forest Hills, Queens, New York City. For more information, ConcheliFF.com. That's all for now. See you soon.